Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and what I thought we'd do for this video is actually show you guys my first ever game of Modern Warfare Remastered. This is my first match of using the default M16. I'm level 1, and we're actually playing on my PlayStation 4 account. This was recorded 3 or 4 days before Modern Warfare Remastered even came out. For some reason, we were actually able to access the multiplayer early if you had a PlayStation 4, but then they quickly took the servers down because I think it was a bug, it was an error of some kind, which was the biggest tease in the world because I was able to play this one game here, and then I played 2 private match games because I need to back out because I need to render out a video, and so I played this game and 2 private match games, and then they took the servers down for the next couple of days, and it was the biggest tease in the world. I just wanted to play more. So the focus of this video is going to be, is Modern Warfare Remastered a good game? Has it lived up to the expectations that we have set for it? Overall, I feel as though the game is very fun. It is very faithful to what Call of Duty 4 was, and that's both a good thing as well as a bad thing. The thing about Call of Duty 4 is it was not a very well-balanced game. It definitely had a lot of issues. Those issues, I kind of forgot about them. I think a lot of other people forgot about them as well, because over the past couple of years, I mean, Call of Duty 4 hasn't been competitive for a very long time. I think we can all agree, once a Call of Duty game leaves its main life cycle and people move on to the next Call of Duty game, then the older ones, they're easier to play. Not as many great players are playing them, and therefore you can kind of forget about the issues that those games may actually have. I had forgotten how ridiculous the M16 was. Like, I knew it was like the best gun in the game. I knew it was very powerful, but until I started playing Modern Warfare Remastered, where everybody is using the M16, I was like, holy crap, I forgot how powerful this thing really was. I had forgotten how good grenades were in Call of Duty 4. I mean, I knew they were good compared to other COD games. You could throw them really far, but I am dying to a lot of grenades here in Modern Warfare Remastered so far, and it's only going to get worse once people continue to level up and they unlock Frag times 3. Frag times 3 is ridiculous, especially if you're trying to play like ground war domination. Good luck to you capturing a flag when there's going to be like 5 people on the other team, each with 3 grenades in their pocket. And keep in mind, COD 4/Modern Warfare Remastered grenades, they are ridiculously powerful. So it's definitely easy to forget about these things. It's definitely easy to forget about these problems because over the past couple of years, 2014, 2015, 2016, even going back all the way to like 2011, Call of Duty 4 hasn't been competitive since then. It hasn't been. So there's definitely a lot of it wasn't as smooth of a transition as I thought it was going to be as soon as I started playing this game. I'm like, holy crap, I forgot about these things. But at the same time, there are definitely a lot of great things about the game as well. I absolutely love the maps here in Modern Warfare Remastered. They are so good. And kudos to Raven Software. Those guys did a fantastic job reimagining these maps to make them look better. I mean, reimagining, I guess, isn't the right phrase. Just recreating them, I think, would be a better phrase, because they are the exact same map, but they just look so much better. I mean, if you actually go back and look at Call of Duty 4 as compared to this game, which I will be making another video where I compare the graphics of COD 4 and Modern Warfare Remastered, if you simply just look at the difference there, it is astounding how good they made these maps look. This one here is actually one of my favorites. Bog is one of the worst looking maps in Call of Duty 4. Like, I love the way it plays, but in terms of aesthetic and appearance, it's a trash-filled field that was hard to see on. Whereas here in Modern Warfare Remastered, it's freaking gorgeous looking. It is so nice to look at, and they really did a good job in that respect. Overall, I really respect Raven Software for keeping Modern Warfare Remastered as true to Call of Duty 4 as possible, while at the same time trying to innovate here and there. I have seen some people saying, well, this is just Call of Duty 4. It's going to get boring after a while. People are going to stop playing after a month once they realize it's just COD 4 and it's nothing special. But I don't necessarily agree with those people because while, yes, this is basically COD 4, the maps are the same, the weapon balance is the same, Raven Software added a bunch of extra things to the game to try to make it interesting, to try to make it worth your money. For example, we're playing Kill Confirmed right now, which was not a game mode back in Call of Duty 4. There were a couple of extra game modes in the game as well, like they innovated old school a little bit, so we not only have old school free-for-all, but we also have old school team deathmatch as well as old school Kill Confirmed. They added in a bunch of extra camos to the game. We don't just stop at Red Tiger anymore. We have a bunch of camos on top of that. We have gold camo, and then we have a camo on top of that, which is basically going to be like the diamond of this game that you get for getting gold on every weapon in that category. We are going to have a bunch of extra stuff added to the game post-launch. Now, what that stuff is, we don't know. We know in December they plan to actually add in the final 6 maps. I can't remember what they all are off the top of my head, but I know Strike is one of them, Wet Work, Countdown. Those are a couple of the maps that are going to be coming to the game. And they said a while ago that they plan to support this game heavily post-launch, which is interesting because how do you support a game post-launch if it's just a remake and you're just going to have the same maps, same guns, the same everything? you really can't, right? There would be no support post-launch. You would just be put it out there and let people do with it what they will. So that says to me that they're going to be adding in some more things to the game, maybe more game modes. Like, for example, we have headquarters here in Modern Warfare Remastered, which headquarters was basically the precursor for Hardpoint. So what if we get Hardpoint down the line? What if Winter Crash comes to the game down the line? What if all that stuff happens? It could in the future. We're going to have to see. The game itself has 20 prestiges. We have a bunch of titles and emblems, lots of extra challenges that we didn't have originally. They really did work to try to make this game worth your money and not just have it be some sort of like a $20 add-on to Infinite Warfare like it was originally marketed as. I have a feeling if they do decide to make this game available for purchase post-launch individually, right? You don't have to purchase Infinite Warfare to get access to this game. If and when they do that, I have a feeling they may charge $60 for this game because this game has just as much, if not more content than other Call of Duty games have in the past. Sure, it is Call of Duty 4. Sure, it has the same maps, but there's so much more to this game than there was originally, and I'm a big fan of that. I really feel as though Modern Warfare Remastered will sate fans who want a new boots-on-the-ground Call of Duty game. It does feel similar to Call of Duty 4, but even from somebody like me who has 60, 70 days of playtime in COD 4's multiplayer, it still feels like a new experience. I'm re-experiencing these maps for the first time, relearning the spawn systems, relearning weapon balance and how to use different weapons in different situations. It is a new Call of Duty game for all intents and purposes, but it still feels very familiar. And so if you're somebody who is not a big fan of how Call of Duty has been going over the past couple of years, you don't like Infinite Warfare, you don't like boost jumping or wall running or what have you, this will sate you, I think. It's new enough to feel like a new Call of Duty game while you're playing it, and it is a classic boots on the ground COD. Keep in mind, it does still have the same problems Call of Duty 4 did. Grenades are ridiculous. The M16 is ridiculous. It's really, really annoying to kill somebody and have them just drop down into Last Stand. That's really annoying, especially if you're sniping or using a shotgun. Like in the original Black Ops, they updated it so if you're using a shotgun and you shoot somebody that has Last Stand or Second Chance, as it was called in that game, then it just wouldn't count and they would die instantly. It would basically make that perk useless. Well, that doesn't happen in this game. So if you're using a sniper or a shotgun and somebody's using Juggernaut and Last Stand, you have to hit them like 3 times just to kill them, and it's really obnoxious. But that was part of Call of Duty 4, and thus it is part of Modern Warfare Remastered. Overall, I feel as though the game is very fun. It is bringing back so many memories, so much nostalgia for me. I'm very happy about that, and I really see myself playing this game a lot more this year than Infinite Warfare. Even though Infinite Warfare is a completely new Call of Duty experience, I just want to play this game more. I mean, the game itself has been out for almost a full 24 hours, and I'm yet to even install Infinite Warfare. The first thing I did was I installed Modern Warfare Remastered, and I played a bunch of Modern Warfare Remastered, and I really have no intention of playing Infinite Warfare tonight. I don't even really plan on playing it tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. Maybe I'll make an Infinite Warfare video tomorrow. But I would much rather play Modern Warfare Remastered because it's a remake of a game that I love. It is a classic boots-on-the-ground Call of Duty experience that feels very new and it feels very fresh. The sniper rifles are very fun to use. The assault rifles are fun to use. The shotguns feel better than they did in Call of Duty 4. Like, the W1200 feels amazing, and I think it's part of the hit detection. I don't know, because the W1200 shotgun was awful in Call of Duty 4. Like, it would just miss all the time for really no reason whatsoever. Whereas here in Modern Warfare Remastered, it is ridiculously good. It hits people a lot more, which is awesome because I love using shotguns. You guys know that. Overall, I've really been enjoying my time. I've been playing with subscribers like I said I would. I plan to play with subs a lot in Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered this year, and that's mainly because over the past year or two, I've been playing Call of Duty solo for the most part because a lot of my friends have drifted away from Call of Duty. They don't really play it anymore, and so I'm basically playing the game solo, and the game is really frustrating to play solo in my opinion. I would much rather have a group of people with me who are all competent, who all just want to also try to win the game, and we can just have fun together. So I was inviting subs in to play Modern Warfare Remastered last night. I'm going to be inviting them more tonight, as well as on Infinite Warfare when I play that game. And if you guys want to play with me, follow me on Twitter. It's @NeroTweets, and when I'm looking for people to play with, I will tweet out who to message and on what platform, and it's a kind of like a first come, first serve kind of thing. If you send your message, I'll invite a bunch of people until we fill up the lobby, then we go play, and we have some fun, and we wreck some faces, like we were doing on Modern Warfare Remastered last night, and like we will continue to do tonight once I'm done making these videos. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this one. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope you guys all found it helpful and informative. Those are my thoughts so far on Modern Warfare Remastered. It is fun. It is COD 4. flaws and all, but remastered with a lot of extra content. And overall, I really think it's worth your money. Like, if you're somebody who wants a new boots on the ground Call of Duty experience, look no further, because this is a really fun game, and it will definitely sate your want for a classic boots on the ground experience while not having to go back to a super old Call of Duty game. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys all found it helpful and informative. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.